Good morning everybody. We are in Barnsley today. I've come into the town centre. As you know, I live in Barnsley now, and I wanted to basically show you a few of the beautiful buildings and a little bit of history behind them. I'm still learning about the area, as you can imagine. I don't have the luxury of being from here, so I'm not as clued up as I would be around Oldham, but we'll certainly give it the best go. I wanted to start by showing you this bar because I think it's really interesting. It's the Stone Roses bar, which is unusual in the middle of Barnsley, I suppose. They want to be adored and she bangs the drums. I think it's really, really cool. And the building that it's in, I don't know if it's some sort of old trading centre or warehouse of some description, but on this particular back street there's some really, really interesting buildings that I'm going to get the history on, and we're obviously going to try and work out why they were built and what they were used for. But this particular one here has got various stones at the front of it, and I think they probably would have had nameplates in these stones, but over the years, in fact they definitely did, but look at this, over the years they've sort of worn off. This one is Summit Atkinson of Babington, S. Haig. It's a real shame because all these nameplates would have had a lot of history on them. And as you know, I do love a good nameplate. Let me show you inside because the building itself is really interesting. It looks like it might have been used as an old theatre or... Yeah. Actually look, every feta. I don't know what this place would have been used for. I think it's some sort of old music venue. Anyway, we're going to go and have a look at the Barnsley Town Hall because it's a really impressive building and I want to show it you and tell you about what I know about it. So we'll make our way there. There's actually another bar I want to show you. I'm definitely going to go and visit this. I'm going to wait for my family to come and visit me. They keep saying that they're going to come and stay. My cousins and my auntie and that. So hopefully when they do, we can come for a night down here because this is the ultimate, what does it say? The ultimate party venue, funny gals. So I think it's very similar to what you get in. Look at that! Look at that! It's the old Theatre Royal. Beautiful. Who is? See the initials there? Maybe it stands for Royal or something. So this building is the old Theatre Royal and it's now home to funny gals. So it would be, I can't remember the name. Drag queens maybe, and other musical acts, I'm assuming. I think they do a lot of, you know, like Adele and Beyonce copies and Robbie. Anyway, let's get down to the town hall because that's why we've come here today. And also, I want to tell you about this fella. I think he's called Joseph Brammer. I'll tell you a story of him anyway when we get there. Hey, I've just found something interesting, everyone. Do you remember the video I did recently on Oldham? It was, well, one video back I think, and it was the talking about the shops and stuff, and there was a particular building, Art Deco style, and it's got the elephants on. It used to be the old Burger King. Well, I've just come past this Halifax and look at this. It's got the exact same Egyptian style motif with the two M's in. I'm under, I've been told that it's actually the old Burton stores, but it's interesting. So this would have been the Barnsley branch of, this one hasn't got elephants on it, so I don't know why not when the other one did, but there you go. Anyway, we're making our way now up to the town hall. I'm going to show you around the gardens up there and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history. Right everybody, this is the Joseph Brammer. So Wetherspoons have a habit of, well, it's a really good one actually, of when they take on a building they look into the history and they report back you know, who lived there or whatever. Now Joseph Brammer was an inventor. He invented various bits to do with toilets. I think he was born in the early 1700s, and He also invented an hydraulic press. Apparently he was very well thought of in terms of engineering. Anyway, he weren't born here. Someone told me that he was born here, but he wasn't. I think probably maybe had a workshop here or something. Anyway, I'll put some more information about what they say about Joseph in the text as you're looking at it. But we're going to make our way up to the town hall now. So we're at Barnsley Town Hall now. This building isn't as old as you think. It was actually, the first stone was laid in 1932. The guy that built it, I think he was from Cheshire. He specialised in building Parliament buildings. I think he did the Parliament building in Northern Ireland. It's made out of Portland stone. It's beautiful white stone. There's massive, massive slabs. I can't imagine how heavy each one of them is. Tons. I mean, I don't know how much this whole bloody building weighs, but certainly a good amount. There's always, as far as I've seen since living here, there's always a Union Jack that flies above it, which obviously flies above all government buildings now. Usually it's flying away, but it's not a very windy day today, so the town hall now, basically they do a lot of weddings from here. In fact, there's a wedding up there, so I am going to go and have a look at the doors, but I'm not going to film too closely, and I want to have a look at that war memorial over there because I think that's going to be quite interesting. So everybody, I wanted to go in and show you the building, but the fellas said there were a few weddings going on, and as you know, I'm not that type of person. I know there's a few people on YouTube that just barge their way into public buildings, but I'm certainly not one of them. You've got to be respectful. There are quite a few weddings going on, so obviously I'm not going to invade anyone's privacy. Not that you get privacy in public, but you know what I mean. Anyway, this particular crest, just to give you a comparison or an idea where it is. So this particular crest here is quite common. It's a play on the miners. You see it quite a lot on all of the street signs in Barnsley. It's the sign of, I don't know, is it the town's crest? I suppose it is really. So what we're going to look at now is the war memorial. This is quite an interesting building. The fella that built this did have his name in my head, but you know what I'm like, sometimes things slip. I'll put his name in, but he basically was a famous sculptor, and he did a lot of war memorials and sculptures of people who fought in the war over the years, and he created this. Now you'll notice this particular monument is a different colour than the town hall, and that's because the town hall's made out of Portland stone, and this stood here a lot earlier than the town hall, because this is from World War I and World War II. Now one thing I noted about this, which is quite unusual, is that in terms of war memorials, what you tend to find is that there's a list of people sort of mentioned on it, you know, engraved into the stone, and maybe it was meant to be around the side here or maybe up the column, but we haven't actually got that. But I understand there's a roll honour of 1,311 people and a further 600 that are mentioned. I'm assuming it might be in the town hall, but I don't know. But it does say, in honour of the men and women of Barnsley who laid down their lives in the Great War. So that particular inscription there, when it refers to the Great War, it's referring to the First World War, 14 to 18. Of course, they haven't changed it to add the Second World War. But yeah, it's got a fella stood up there with a rifle. We can zoom on his face so you can see him. Stands proud. He's been there for over 100 years now. And yeah, beautiful. There's another little badge down here. Let's zoom in and see what it says. So this says 1921 50th. Oh, 1921 to 71, Royal British Legion, Barnsley and District Group, 50th anniversary. So yeah, I wouldn't mind finding out where this Roll of Honour is. I'd really like to see that. I think it'd be nice to show people. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a whiz round town and see what other interesting buildings we can find. I've actually got some information on a building society that was founded in the mid 1800s in Barnsley, and it was basically put into place to help local people buy the houses. A very early one. And I'm going to see if I can find a street where the buildings would have been today, and I'll show you a comparison. But I want to show you this market hall as well, because it's called Butterfield's Drapery Market. Now, drapery or drapers, I'm pretty sure in Oldham, I mentioned them recently, there's a family called the Hiltons. Now, I'm pretty sure that they were the people that funded the Hilton Arcade, which is the only arcade that's left in Oldham. If you remember, there used to be two, but they were drapers as well. And it looks like we have a market here that would have been used to sell that. So I'm going to do some research on this as well, see what I can come up with. But one thing I've noticed around Barnsley, they really have held on to most of the beautiful buildings, which is really nice to see, and certainly for someone like me who likes to look into the history of them, it's fabulous. There's actually a monument here. I imagine this is something to do with mining. I don't know because I've not looked it up. But what they also have around here is really interesting, is all of these local information sheets. So I'll probably digest most of these and do a little bit of research of my own. Oh, look at him! Got to show you, he's so cute. He's got such a cute face. We're zooming on him. What a cutie! Oh, right, come on, let's have a look round and see what we can find. Right, everybody, you know that building society thing I was just talking about? I walked straight past this, not realising that this is actually the headquarters. It was the new headquarters. And if you look above the door there, it actually says permanent building. Now, the actual name of the society was the Barnsley Permanent Building Society, and this was its new headquarters. Interestingly enough, that mast that's above it that probably would have held a flag, that's still in the picture that I'm showing you, that's still there. We've got a tree growing at the top of it over there. Beautiful building. Look at them columns at the side. I wonder what happened to Barnsley's Permanent Building Society. In fact, I'm just going to zoom in because you can actually still make out where it says society at the bottom there. Don't know if you can see that. Look, society. Trying to see if you can read the Barnsley bit. Probably not. You can see building. Anyway, the headquarters, or the new headquarters of the Barnsley Permanent Building Society, developed to allow people in Barnsley, to help people in Barnsley should I say, buy their own homes. Hey look everyone, an old telephone box. I bet you it stinks of pee inside. Should we try? I don't really want to touch it. I'm not opening the door. Don't really stink of pee, but someone's decided to do that. That there would have been where the old phone books used to be, by the way. You know what happened to all the phone boxes, or a great majority of them? If you go to Porto in Portugal, so the place where they make all the port wine, everywhere you look there's a British telephone box. And what they did when the government decided to go, when BT decided to get rid, they bought a load of them. So interesting fact as well, I didn't say this before, but George Orwell, who wrote 1984, seems like we're living in 1984 now. If you've read the book you'll know what I mean, but he apparently opposed the building of this beautiful town hall. He said it was a disgusting waste of public money. I think the building cost something like 168,000 to build, and he said that the money should have been spent on the miners and the local, you know, supporting the local mining companies. But who knows? I'm not going to pass comment on that because I'm not from Barnsley, excuse me, and I don't really know. But right, please let me get into town and show you around the other buildings. Right everybody, we're on Eldon Street, and what we're looking at here is the old public hall. Now this was built in 1877. There's the inscription at the top there, and it's got some beautiful stonework. If you look up here, look at that, got these ladies' faces carved in. But what's really nice is what's above the door. Let me show you this. And then we're going to look at the door because the door's spectacular. But look at them. She looks like she's got like a painter's palette in her hand maybe. And she looks like she's holding a book. Oh, look at that, she's got bust and everything. Hey, they weren't shy, them Victorians, were they? But yeah, beautiful. Right, let's get across and look at that door because it is spectacular. What was this building used for?
Used to be Civic Hall.
Was it?
Yeah.
How long ago did they take it out of use?
It's still used.
Oh, it's for like events and stuff?
It is at back.
Let's have a look at this plaque. Oh, that's lovely.
I think you go.
Look at this, everyone. Sorry, go on.
Don't go up there, that's where I'll drop it down.
Oh. Hi everyone, right, we're just going back to the car now. I've just been to Morrison's, which is where I parked. You can get 2 hours parking, but I have been and bought some food for my dinner as well, so well within my 2 hours. But I've decided I'm right in the mood for filming today, so we're going to go and find that church over there. Can you see it steeple over at top? I want to have a look on there, see if there's any graves we can find, and then we're going to just go around and find as many cemeteries as we can. I'm on the hunt now for Barnsley's elite, if you like. So I'm going to keep going until my camera runs out. So it is what it is, and I'll see you about. Oh, still got the Teague, still going strong. Blasted to Bolton and back yesterday. So see you shortly.